Hey guys, welcome to Should You Bake It? I'm super excited for this one. Today we are going to do Cowboy coconut bars. This one comes from Martha Stewart, and this is actually from Sarah, who is on her channel. And she made these and they looked outstanding. If you love coconut, I know there is polar opposites from the coconut bar. So I'm going to go through, there's two parts to this. There's a base and then there's a topping for this one. I mean, this includes coconut, this one includes a caramel, chocolate. It looked amazing. My daughter said, we got to make it. So today we are going to make it and show you, should you bake it? Easy, does it turn out good? How does it look? So we're going to go through the ingredients for the base first and the utensils you're going to need, and then we'll go through the top of the toppings. So over here, what you're going to need is a big bowl, and then we're just going to put all these in here. We have a cup of quick oats. We have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to put all of that in one bowl and mix it. And over here we have 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar. And she says if you have dark brown sugar, go ahead and use that. It doesn't matter. In the bowl of my stand mixer, we have 2 sticks of room temperature unsalted butter. It's very important that they are room temperature. It helps it to mix easy. And when you're baking, it's always important to have your ingredients at room temperature. It just makes for a better cake or anything that you're baking. And we also have a pot for our topping. And over here, we have a 9x13 pan that I have sprayed. And then I've also put in my parchment paper and sprayed again. And that's going to make it easy for us to lift it out and cut. And as you heard our oven beep, we have it preheated to 375. And we are going to lower that too once the base is cooked. We're going to bake the base at 20 minutes. And that's going to become light and golden brown. Once that's done, then we're going to lower the temp. But we'll go through all that as I'm rambling on. So let's get started on the base. And like I said, with the oats, we are just going to put in our flour, all of that. Get all of that in there. With our salt. And we're just going to mix that by hand. Make sure it's all coated together. You want to make sure that flour is evenly coated, especially with the salt too. The salt can stick. The flour cannot get combined evenly. So you just want to make sure that all of that is combined. And then we're going to set this aside for now. And we're going to move over to our mixer. Okay, so I have the 2 sticks of room temperature butter in my stand mixer. I'm going to add the 3/4 cups of light brown sugar to it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cream it for about 3 to 5 minutes. And normally it would become light and fluffy, but because of the color of the light brown sugar, it's not going to become that light. So we're going to cream it for about 3 to 5 minutes till it becomes fluffy, not light and fluffy, but fluffy. And then once that's done, then we're going to start adding our dry mixture into it, a cup at a time. And then we'll be back. Okay, so normally I use a timer, so I time myself so I know that I creamed it very well. Otherwise, I don't cream it like I should. And during the break, what I did is I took the bowl that I had my flour, my salt, and my brown sugar, and I just took a paper towel and wiped it out so I can use it for the topping, because I don't like washing that many dishes, to be honest with you. Anywho, so back to the thing. So we are all creamed. You know what song came to my mind, to be honest with you? I don't know if this is dating myself, but Cream Shaboogie Bop came to mind. Okay, back anyways.
No one knows what that is, Mom.
Yes, they do. So, as you can see, it's a little lighter, but like I said, it's brown sugar. It's not going to be that light, you know. So, but it is fluffier. So, this is what it looks like. And don't forget to scrape your bowl. And your paddle. So, it's very important to scrape because we all know that it doesn't get the bits on the bottom. So, there we go. Grab my little cupcake that my sister made me. Always with me. So, there we go. So, we've got our dry ingredients that are mixed very well. And get rid of this. Keep that too because we're going to use that. So, we're going to add the dry 1 cup at a time and mix that in. So, 1 cup full day. another movie. Anyways, so we're gonna do that and mix that until it's just incorporated 1 cup at a time, and then we shall return. Okay, so the dough is all ready, turned out nice and lovely, and we are just going to place it in little sections to make it easier to spread out. Place that as evenly as possible. Now I will admit, the mixer did not mix very nicely, did not cooperate. So I just got in there with my hands and got it all. Took out some anger, felt lovely. So.
It got pretty scary in here, guys.
It did. I do not like it when things don't turn out, so I showed it who was boss. I did not listen to my spatula, so it wasn't very calm. So now that we have it kind of spread out, it'll help us to press it very even as possible. I tend to sing a lot. Movie quotes are another big thing of mine. A lot of Ace Ventura comes out quite a bit.
It's true.
My family can attest to that. Hey-o, Yahtzee. It's kind of my new thing.
She says it everywhere, guys. I'm not kidding.
Oh, it bothers my child, and that brings me so much joy. Sure as most of you parents can attest to. The joy you get out of embarrassing your child, there's just nothing like it. Just nothing like it.
I'm glad it brings you so much happiness.
Yes. I am one of a different breed. I have done it ever since high school. So, I tend to carry it on. And hey, you know, life's short. Make the best of it. I'm just one of those weird ones. This is turning out amazing. Just like her video. I'm very impressed with this one, guys. It's very therapeutic. For me, baking is very therapeutic. And like I said before, baking is my thing. So just take your time. Play with it.
Got an oat on your finger?
Oh no! Haha, got it. Oh no.
No. Please stop.
Love it. Okay. So once we get it to our liking, I'm pretty happy with that. It feels pretty even around the surface to me. Pressing it down. Got a little crack right there, so we'll just scooch that little bad boy down. Okay, that's pretty good. And then what else she did is she took the tines of a fork and she poked it. So that's what we shall do. Now I didn't get a fork ready, so my bad. So we'll take the tines of a fork and we'll poke it all the way around so it doesn't puff up too much. I feel like a professional.
It looks kind of like a shortbread or something.
It does.
But with yummy oats in it.
Brown sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You're my candy girl.
It's not how it goes.
Yes, it is. How would you, honey? Way before your time, sister.
It doesn't say brown sugar, Mom.
No, it doesn't, but mine does. Anywho's, in the oven, 20 minutes to light and golden brown, and then we will come back and work on the topping. Okay, so we have the bottom out of the oven, and we reduced the temp from 375 to 325. Now I have my oven cracked open just a tad, just to help it cool down quicker. And then over here, I have a cup of walnuts. You can use any nuts of your choice. I just have a cup, and I've put them in the oven just to toast those, and they're chopped. And over here, I have flaked, unsweetened coconut, and it's toasted. And you can find this in any organic wholesale food store, bleh, or I found mine in Walmart. And over here, I have a cup of chocolate chips. Now, these are just milk chocolate, or you can use semi-sweet, whatever you prefer. And then over here, we're going to start the ooey gooey caramel salt, semi-caramel We have 1 stick of melted butter already in here. We have 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. We have another 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. We have a 1/4 cup, which is also equivalent to 4 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to put all of that into here on high until it bubbles, and then we're going to pour it on top of this. So we'll be back when this is bubbling. Okay, so this has been on there for about 2.5, 3 minutes, and this is kind of the consistency you want it to look like. Light bubbles going steadily, and you want it to look like that. See how thick that is? Looks amazing. So while this is going, we're going to leave this on there for another about 30 seconds. Let that go and thicken up just a little bit. So while we're doing that, we're going to come over here, excuse me, and we're going to top this starting with our chocolate chips. And I have a cup, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, making sure that it's covered completely. Sprinkle those on. Whoop, down one goes. Goodbye.
You could have had a good life, Mom.
Could have, but you know, someone down there is going to get it.
True.
Never know. Yeah, so we're going to use the whole thing.
Yum.
Kind of just spread that on. And we're also going to add, and it's still warm as you can see, they're kind of melting already. Then we're going to move on to our toasted walnuts.
I love walnuts.
Yes, and like I said, you can use any nut of your choice. Pecans, almonds, whatever you want. Peanut. Hey, there you go. Perfect.
Ooh, cashews.
Cashews would be amazing,
Man,
especially with
toasted cashews.
especially with a coconut. That would give it like a Hawaiian flair.
Ooh,
That
man.
would be lovely. So a cup of those, and then we're gonna top it with the toasted coconut flakes. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing together.
I'm so happy right now. I can't stop smiling.
And literally, I just did like a cup of these two, and you're kind of just gonna eyeball however, it's whatever you want. How much you're tasting to your liking. That to me looks pretty good, well covered. Put some more in the corners over here. Man, I'm having a tough time with my words today. There we go. Okay.
Yes, that looks perfect.
Good. So, and in that time, we'll come over here and we'll look at the camera, which looks amazing.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
So, over here to the
That's how it looks now.
And see how that's
Oh.
perfect. That is perfect. I just turned the burner off. And now remember, we bumped our oven down to 325. So, before we stick this in there, it's got to go down to 325. And we're literally just going to pour this. I'm right-handed, but I'll switch. So, we are going to just pour this all over the top.
Oh man.
Try to make sure to get everywhere so it'll be easier for when we spread it. Now be careful because this is extremely hot.
It's like molten lava, but caramel.
Yes, and it will burn you very badly. So, then we'll get our spatula and we'll try to not disturb anything that we've done, but try to spread it out as best as you can. And I'll turn off the exhaust here so you can hear me a little better. So try to smooth it out.
Goodness, look at that color. Holy crap. Yes!
Okay, so that's as good as that's going to get because it's starting to set it as is. So we're going to set it in the oven for another 20 minutes and then we'll be back to cut them. Okay, so it has come out of the oven and I let it rest. And I know Sarah from Everyday Food, she cut hers in the pan and it was a little hard for her. So what I did is I let it rest for about 5 minutes. Then I took it out and it was really easy to cut. And the difference between what I did and she did is I put the caramel on top of the coconut and everything. And I did that because the coconut that I purchased was already toasted and hers wasn't toasted. And I didn't want ours to get burnt. So you can do either or, however you prefer. That's just what I did because I didn't find the untoasted. So that's what I did and it turned out perfect. So this is how it looks. This is how it turned out. Absolutely beautiful. They look gorgeous. I'm super happy with how it turned out. just as amazing as hers. Over here, I took a bar out, and this is exactly the way it turned out.
Oh my goodness.
All of the coconut,
Look at that gooey caramel on top. Look at that color,
the
guys.
bar on the bottom, the crust. See if I can flip it up so you can see the bottom.
Yes, I see it perfectly.
It's still pretty hot, so we're gonna let it cool down. But for these, I say 100% you should bake it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for next week's Should You Make It and on Tuesday, and then bake it on Friday. Thank you guys so much. See you soon.